is that Richard had been forced to take a job as a sales associate at an electronics store. A dramatic fall for someone who once managed millions in investments. According to my source, he was living in a studio apartment on the outskirts of town and driving for a rideshare company on weekends to make ends meet. It wasn't enough, though. I wanted him to know that his downfall wasn't random bad luck or an unfortunate series of events. I wanted him to understand the consequences of his actions. The final touch. I arranged for flowers to be delivered to his temporary apartment with a card that read, "Thinking of you during this difficult time. Remember, karma always comes full circle, not your stepdaughter." 2 days later, I received a furious text. "You did this. You ruined everything." I didn't respond. I didn't need to. The message confirmed that he'd received my gift and understood its meaning perfectly. Mom called me later that evening, worry in her voice. "Richard showed up at the hospital today, ranting about you sending him flowers and destroying his life. Security had to escort him out. Are you okay?" I asked immediately. "I'm fine, but I'm filing for a restraining order tomorrow," she said firmly. I should have done it months ago. The next day, we met with a lawyer who helped us file restraining orders for both of us. The photos and police report, combined with Richard's outburst at the hospital, made approval almost certain. "He's unraveling," the lawyer observed after reviewing the evidence. "People like this often do when their facade crumbles and they lose control." "Is that dangerous?" Mom asked, her nurse's practicality cutting to the heart of the concern. "Potentially," the lawyer admitted, which is why the restraining orders are important. "I'd also recommend security cameras at both your homes." We followed her advice, installing comprehensive security systems that same week. Kyle helped me set mine up, spending the entire Saturday running wires and positioning cameras to ensure there were no blind spots. The new beginning. 6 months later, Mom and I were both thriving. The divorce was finalized with Richard getting nothing thanks to the evidence of his behavior and the pending criminal charges for financial fraud. He'd been fired from his firm and was essentially unhireable in our city. The restraining orders were in place, monitored by our security systems. There had been one incident, Richard driving slowly past my apartment complex, but the cameras caught his license plate, and a stern warning from the police put an end to that. Mom had started dating again, a kind doctor from her hospital who treated her with the respect she deserved. Dr. Ian Matthews was everything Richard wasn't. Honest, transparent, and genuinely caring. He'd been a widower for 5 years and had grown children who had welcomed Mom into their family with open arms. He asked me to go on a cruise with him next month. Mom told me over our weekly Sunday brunch. 2 weeks in the Mediterranean. "That sounds amazing," I said, genuinely happy for her. "You deserve it." After everything with Richard, I wasn't sure I could trust my judgment again, she admitted, stirring her coffee thoughtfully. "But Ian is nothing like him." "How can you tell?" I asked, curious about her perspective after everything we'd been through. She thought for a moment. "Respect?" she said finally. "Ian respects boundaries. He listens when I speak. He doesn't try to control or manipulate. And importantly, he's the same person whether we're alone or with others." Her eyes met mine. Unlike Richard, who could switch personalities in an instant. I nodded, remembering how quickly Richard had transformed from predator to doing husband whenever Mom appeared. "I'm proud of you, Mom," I said, reaching across the table to squeeze her hand. "For believing me that night, for being strong." "I'm proud of us both," she replied, her eyes shining with unshed tears, for protecting each other. As for me, I had moved into my own apartment, was excelling at my new job, and had been on several wonderful dates with Kyle. What had started as a celebratory dinner had blossomed into something real and meaningful. Kyle had been my rock through the worst of the Richard fallout, offering support without trying to take control of the situation. "It's your battle," he'd said when I worried about involving him. "I'm just providing backup when needed." I'd been promoted at work within 4 months. My insights into online reputation and crisis management proving invaluable for several high-profile clients. Elaine had become a mentor, showing me how to navigate the corporate world as a woman without compromising my values or boundaries. My apartment was small, but perfectly mine. A sanctuary I created with bright colors and comfortable furniture. No one entered without my explicit permission. I controlled who came and went, who had keys, who knew my address. After months of feeling unsafe and violated in what should have been my temporary home, creating this secure space had been essential to my healing. One evening, I received a text from an unknown number. "You ruined my life. I hope you're satisfied." I didn't need to ask who it was. I simply replied, "No. I protected my mother and myself from a predator. And yes, I'm very satisfied." Then I blocked the number, poured myself a glass of wine, and called Kyle to finalize our weekend plans. "How about that new Thai place near the riverfront?" he suggested. "And maybe the art walk afterward."